Hello everybody, in this video we are going to continue looking at calculating dosages, but we're going to base it on weight. This is because body weight and composition can affect how your body absorbs, distributes, metabolizes, or eliminates a medication. And so some medications are prescribed based on the patient's body weight. A lot of times this is done with children. So let's look at some examples. Now there are a ton of ways to solve this out. I am going to continue using ratio and proportion because that's how I've been solving it in the other videos, but feel free to use different methods such as dimensional analysis or any sort of formula that you know. So in this question, I have an order of a medication, 200 milligrams through the IV every 8 hours. So this Q8H means every 8 hours. The recommended child dose is 15 milligrams per kilogram per day. If the child weighs 35 kilograms, what is the safe dosage for this child per day? So in our previous ones, when we did ratio and proportion, we did available to ordered. In this one, I'm going to do the recommended child dose to the child's weight. So I'm going to do 15 milligrams per kilogram, and this is based on a day. And I'm putting that equal to the child's weight of 35 kilograms. Now I'm going to put the 35 kilograms on the bottom because I want my units to line up. So I have kilograms on the bottom in the first ratio, so I'm going to put kilograms on the bottom in the next ratio. And I'm asking how many milligrams is that per day? So now I can cross multiply. X times 1 is X, and 15 times 35 is going to be 525. And this is per day. So the recommended dosage is 525 milligrams per day. The next question is the ordered dosage safe? Now, we weren't given a safe dosage range for this medication. We were given 15 milligrams per kilogram per day. So ideally, the child would be prescribed exactly 525 milligrams per day. But we can go up or down by 10%. So let's figure out what that is. So 525 plus or minus 52.5. That's our 10%. So that means that our safe dosage range is 525 minus 52.5, which is 472.5, up to 525 plus 52.5, which is 577.5. This is our safe dosage range if we base it on the rule of a 10% variance. So let's look at what the doctor ordered. The doctor ordered every 8 hours. So I'm going to take my 24 hours and divide it by 8, and I get 3 times a day. And they ordered 200 milligrams 3 times a day, which is 600 milligrams per day. So therefore, this is not safe. It is too high. So even with our 10% variance, the order is too high for what that child should get for their weight. Let's look at another example. A child weighs 35 pounds and has an order for 150 milligrams. PO means by mouth, Q6H every 6 hours. The available medication is 125 milligrams per 5 milliliters. If the recommended child's dosage for this medication is 25 to 50 milligrams per kilogram per day, is the dosage ordered safe? So, a couple parts to this question. We need to figure out what the safe dosage range is and how much that order is when it's looking at per day. So let's look at first what the recommended dosage for this child. We were given their weight in pounds, and the safe dosage is in kilograms. So we are going to look at a conversion of 1 kilogram equaling 2.2 pounds. Okay, that's our conversion rate. So 35 pounds times a conversion rate of 1 kilogram to 2.2 pounds. I'm going to do 35 divided by 2.2, and I get 15.90909, and so on, kilograms. Okay, the recommended range is 25 milligrams per kilogram per day, up to 50 milligrams per kilogram per day. So we're going to do 25 milligrams over 1 kilogram equals how many milligrams for 15.909090 kilograms. And then you get X equals 397.727272 milligrams up to 50 milligrams for 1 kilogram is how many milligrams for 15.909090. I get X equals 795.454545 milligrams, and these are per day. Now with this one, because we're given a range, we don't do the 10% rule. We're focusing just on the range that they've given. So that means the safe dosage range is 397.72 milligrams per day up to 795.45 milligrams per day. That is what is safe. So let's look at what was ordered. Okay. So this is safe. And this is ordered. Okay, ordered was 150 milligrams by mouth every 6 hours. So we're going to do 24 divided by 6, which is 4 times a day. And they're taking 150 milligrams 4 times a day, which is 600 milligrams per day. Is that 600 milligrams within our range? Yes, so therefore it is safe. So therefore, yes, it is within the recommended range. So it is safe. So a few steps I had to do here. First, I did a conversion into pounds, or from pounds, to kilograms, because that is what the medication range was given in. I then looked at that safe range to see what is the low point and the high point of that range per day. Then I looked at what was ordered, how much they were getting per day, and compared that. The next part of this question, part B, is how many milliliters will you administer per dose? This goes back to the questions we looked at in the last video, looking at what was ordered and what's available to us. So available to us is 125 milligrams in 5 milliliters. And the order is 150 milligrams. Remember to go back to how much per dose, not the 600 per day, right? They're not taking it 600 milligrams all in one go. They're taking 150 milligrams each time. And we want to know how many milliliters is that. I'm going to cross multiply. I get 125x equals 150 times 5. And then I'm going to divide by 125. And I get 6 milliliters per dose. Okay, here are 2 more questions. I would like you to pause the video, try them out, and then start the video again when you're ready. Okay, so we have a morphine sulfate subcut, 7.5 milligrams every 4 hours as needed for a child weighing 84 pounds. The recommended maximum dosage for a child is 0.4 to 0.8 milligrams per kilogram per day. Is the dosage ordered safe? So first step, we've been given a weight in pounds. We need it in kilograms. Again, remember we have 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. So I'm going to take the 84 pounds times that by 1 kilogram in 2.2 pounds. So on my calculator, I'm doing 84 divided by 2.2. And I get 38.181818 kilograms. And I'm not rounding these numbers until the very, very end. Okay. The safe dosage range. So we did our conversion. The second part is to look at the safe range. Okay, so the safe range is 0.4 milligrams in 1 kilogram. Our child is 38.18 kilograms. How many milligrams would that child be on the low end of that? And they get x equals 15.272727 milligrams per day. The upper range of that is 0.8 milligrams in a kilogram. So I get x equals 30.545454 milligrams per day. So the safe range is from 15.27 up to 30.54 milligrams per day. So we need to look at what was ordered and see if that matches in that range. And again, we're not doing 10% on this range because when we've been given a range, so that overrides our 10% general rule. Okay, so what was ordered was 7.5 milligrams every 4 hours. So I take my 24 hours in a day, divide it by 4, and I get 6 times a day. 7.5 times 6 equals 45 milligrams per day. So therefore, it is not safe. It is too high. And the second one I had you do, Tina is a 7-year-old girl weighing 40 pounds. The doctor's order reads a medication dosage of 20 milligrams TID, which means 3 times a day. The safe child's dosage range for this drug is 2 to 4 milligrams per kilogram per day. Is the dosage within the safe range? So again, first step is going to be to take the 40 pounds and essentially divide it by 2.2. And you get 18.181818 pounds, or sorry, that would be kilograms. And then need to look at the safe range. And it is 2 milligrams per kilogram. Our child is 1.8 or 18.181818 kilograms. How many milligrams is that? And I get X equals 36.363636 milligrams per day. That's the low range. The upper range is for 4 milligrams. Essentially, we just times it by 2. So my safe dosage range for this child is 36.36 milligrams per day up to 72.72 milligrams per day. So now I need to look at what was ordered. It was 3 times a day, 20 milligrams. So I'm going to do 20 times 3 equals 60 milligrams per day. So therefore, yes, it is safe. It is within the recommended range.